the leadership, and the entire membership of PFF. Good afternoon and congratulations. Congratulations and congratulations. We are saying this from the bottom of our hearts because we know what it means to get a political party genuinely registered in Uganda. I am here with a team of leaders from the ANT, and I am going to just mention their names. They have already danced, and I want them to sit down, to go back and resume their seats. The Honorable Sedi Angeline Wavers, you go back. Thank you. The Honorable Gerard Karuhanga, our spokesman, Wavers, he goes back. The Honorable Dan Wandero Gallo, our elder, Wavers, you go back. And I will introduce the last person later. Let him first go back and sit. Looks like I came with my speech, and my sister, my young sister Dorina, has ably taken it away on the basis of Kadodi. Therefore, it simply means I am not going to have a speech. It means I'm going to say 2 or 3 things off cuff because the speech is normal, and then we will do what I think is important. 1, as I said, we congratulate you. 2, I want to say that how mistaken somebody was. Years back, President Museveni said, by 2025, there will be no political opposition in Uganda. And how he was mistaken. He invested a lot of energy and time to scatter the opposition. But we thank God who knows everything. We morphed like this, and morphed like this, and met somewhere, and here is testimony to the fact that the opposition in Uganda is alive, it is well, and it is well intentioned, and it is going forward. Secondly, 2 or 3 days back we sat and we said we will work together in a cooperation. Let me tell you, our coming here is not just to witness this. We've come here to bring our hearts as the Alliance for National Transformation. So we are presenting our hearts in the coming onto board of the PFF, so that we have a solid and a viable entity to rescue this country. Thirdly, I want to tell someone, I believe they are listening, that the day ANT left and the day PFF left, the spirit of the party we spent time building left. They can have the headquarters if they want, but the spirit of the FDC left, and we have it with us. That is why we should do everything within our power to sustain that spirit and deliver this country from the tragedy that it's confronted with. I am going to sit shortly, and the message from the Alliance for National Transformation is going to be delivered by our former presidential candidate, General Mugisha Muntu. So General, please come and address the august body. Thank you.
People's Front for Freedom, PFF, People's Front for Freedom, PFF. We congratulate you for what you have achieved today to launch PFF. The struggle for freedom is a permanent and continuous process. It's unfortunate that today the party is being launched. First, we thank you for inviting us. It's unfortunate today we do not have our colleague in the struggle, our brother, a colleague leader, Dr. Kano Chiza Besji. It's unfortunate that we don't even have a government that observes the Constitution. Whatever charges were put against Dr. Chiza Besji and our other colleague Haji Obed Rutari, whatever charges were put against them, whatever the processes of trial and anything else, whatever the problems that there are in that process. But there is a constitutional provision that if anybody serves 180 days, he automatically gets bail. They have even contravened that. But the struggle has to continue until all our colleagues, not only Dr. Chiza Besji and Dr. Rutari, but all other colleagues in the struggle who are in prison in various places in this country. There are many young people of NUP who are in prisons all over. Many of opposition parties, some don't even have parties. They are there in prisons. That struggle has to continue. We thank the lawyers who have sustained that effort. The leader of PFF, Honorable Mlodi, Elias Lukwago, we thank you for the effort that you have consistently put up. May the Lord give you strength and resilience to continue with all the teams of leaders, national as well as regional and international, to pursue that until freedom of our colleagues is achieved. We come here as a delegation. You have seen 5 of us. We are 8. Those of you who may recall what happened last week, I think, last week when we signed the Memorandum of Understanding. There is the central body of this cooperation under the MOU called the Common Ground Council, and it has 8 from PFF, 8 from Alliance for National Transformation. Here, as we've been introduced, we are 5. There are 3 colleagues who are not around. Honorable Cassiano Wadri, who is in West Nile, is not been able to come. There is Honorable Winnie Chiza, who is, I think, in Sierra Leone. She's outside, she's not around here. And the 8th one is Ambassador Edith Sempala, who is not here. Our apologies on their behalf. There are a number of reasons why we need to work together as people who want to see change in this country. Not only change of regime, but change in the manner in which governance is conducted. in this country. Because we've been in a vicious cycle for 60-something years. Regimes change, the direction of governance remains the same. It's a culture which is deeply entrenched. And there must be a team of leaders who need to understand that beyond regime change, which by all means we must put effort behind to do, to achieve, fulfill, but the largest struggle is in how to change our country and put it on track in terms of good governance. One, MOU is mostly around the short term, which is this coming election. Even within that, we as PPF and NT recognize that there are other parties that we can reach out to. And that council will work on that. But we don't have to agree 100%. That if there are 5 issues, even if we agree on 4 or 3, we can work around those that we agree on and have the discipline not to quarrel over the 2 or even 3 that we don't agree upon. Why is that important? Because the country is bleeding. Many of you are young here, even by demographics in the country. Under 35 are 75%. So many of you did not have the misfortune of going through turmoil that we've gone through as a country. It's not only Uganda. When politics goes off track, a lot of wrong things can happen. I can give an example of a country which is unique on this continent. In fact, we have our troops there. Somalia. Somalia are literally the same people. They speak the same language. They are culturally the same. In terms of religion, 99 point something are Muslims. So they don't even have religious differences in Somalia. But they broke down. So their breaking down was not because of strife, religious strife, nor was it ethnic strife. Their strife originates from clans. You can imagine. Clans. But the problem even then is not clans. Is poor governance. So when we talk about the need and desire to work together as forces of change, it is to avoid a situation where this country can go down the tubes. Many people don't even recognize that, because now we're in a state of uncertainty. Nobody knows exactly which direction this country is heading. Those in the regime can say, oh, we are in charge. We have seen many countries where leaders say they are in charge. The most recent was Sudan. Sudan became independent before we did, in 1957. When the North and South separated, the excuses that were being given that yes, because Sudan is Arab and Muslim, the South is black, Africans and Christians, but they separated. But Sudan, as we speak, is in turmoil. Largely Arab-speaking and Arabs by origin, and also largely Muslim. But they are fighting. People get deceived when you are in a city or in a country and you can drive, like we do. People are in Mukesa, people go all over the place, except those who are targeted politically. Otherwise, you can drive all over the country. Even in Sudan, that was the case until it imploded. So even when you see seeming stability in a country, to be sure, that stability is permanent and continuous, you need to look below the surface. If there are fissures, you need to pay attention to those fissures. And in this country, you see seeming stability on the surface. Beneath the surface, there are dynamics which could just